Starting to understand that people seem to be looking in fault and what people are doing wrong, so much to the point where they can't even focus on what it is that they need to change about themselves. They're so worried about casting judgment on what somebody else doing and criticizing somebody else, and they're doing this, they're doing that, oh, that's not of God. But what is it that you're doing that nobody sees? What is it that you're doing that you're keeping hidden that you know that is not of God? What is it that you're doing that you need to be focused on getting right and letting go of? Like, what is it that you are doing? Instead of sitting there watching everybody else's behavior and trying to pinpoint their wrongs and their rights, what is it about yourself that you need to be working on? That you need to be allowing God to come in to rid you of? What is it that God needs to prune out of your life? Like, it's crazy that so many people, and it's Christians too, will sit there and watch another Christian, and soon as they do something, oh, now people want to report it, or people want to broadcast it as being not of God. But God never said dancing was a sin. When did dancing become a sin? Someone seen this pastor dancing in church with a group of the young children. When did dancing become a sin? This is what I want to know. Long as you're not dancing in a way of seducing somebody or making someone become lustful of you, I want to know, what is it wrong with dancing? What is it wrong with dancing if it's for the Lord? Dancing to me can be a form of another way of praising the Lord. Dancing is not a sin. And it's sad that people are trying to make it seem like a pastor that's dancing and enjoying the young children in the church is a sin. I think that's crazy. As if he's doing something wrong, like his behavior is not of God. That's crazy to me. People need to stop being so religious and understand that dancing is not a sin. Someone enjoying praising the Lord in a way that's not stiff and boring does not mean that they're sinning and their behavior is not of God. Stop trying to judge other people and worry about what you're doing behind closed doors, what it is that you're hiding, what it is that you're doing that if someone else seen it would judge you and tell you that you're wrong. Because 9 times out of 10, the ones who are pointing the fingers and judging others and saying what's wrong and what's right or not right with somebody else, 9 times out of 10 got a whole lot of things in their closet that they need to go before God and get right with themselves. So people need to stop focusing on other people. Stop letting what other people doing distract you from what it is that you need to get right with God. Because you focusing on what someone else is doing ain't gonna get you into the gates of heaven. You trying to be the security guard and worry about what somebody else is doing right and wrong, ain't gonna get you in right standing with God. Worry about you, and you let God worry about them. God don't need your help. He don't need an assistant. He don't need an assistant. And if he did, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be you. Let God be God. Let God do his job, and you do what you need to do to get yourself together. Do what you need to do to get yourself together. Because truth be told, we're all going through some things. We're all experiencing things in our lives that still need to be worked on. That still ain't at God's standard of being in right standing with him. So worry about you. Worry about you. And let God worry about us and them. Yeah, that's what needs to start happening. People need to start worrying about themselves and getting your soul right, your life right, instead of worrying about John, James, and Susie and what they doing. Because what they doing can't save your soul. What they're doing really ain't none of your business. Stop making other people's situation, problems, and circumstances your concern. Because the only person that should be worried about that person is that person. And getting it right with God. Just like you should be worried about you and getting you right with God. Because neither one of y'all have a heaven or hell to put each other in. So yeah, just take the load off of yourself. And let God deal with them. And let God deal with you. Yeah, do that. Just do that. God loved them just like he loved you. No matter how much you think what they're doing is wrong, in the eyesight of God, God loved them, and it ain't going to change nothing because of what you think or what you feel. Worry about your life. Worry about your soul. And let God be God. He got this.